Hey everyone, checking back in on the cryptocurrency space. Just pulled in late night hotel cryptocurrency video, traveling back from North Carolina to Florida, then road tripping back up the East Coast. So I'm going to be on the road next few days, going to try and keep the videos fairly short because it is hard to upload on hotel internet. And the bulls are seeing exactly what they want to see going forward. So I personally did not see the most recent move for Ethereum, didn't play it. Like I said, I've been traveling. So certainly reminds me of 2017 and why I never left the house when the run was going on, because moves happen very quickly out of nowhere. So essentially what's been going on is we're seeing the strength switch from one name to the next, which is what we want to see as traders. That just means more opportunity. If all of these names are running at the same time, we're limited to who we can play. Whereas if Litecoin is the strongest name on the initial bounce, and now we have Ethereum seeing a significant follow-through move on the daily time frame that allows us to trade into a name, take profit, and then want to get into the next strong name. So congrats to those that did play Ethereum on this move. And now we're going to see, is XRP or some of these other names going to get a pump as one of the next names? We'll see if they go one at a time. That's what I'm keeping an eye out for now. But the bottom line is, whenever you look at the consolidation, you want to be able to determine, is it normal? Is it healthy? Is it what the bulls want to see? So we got the start of consolidation. We lost the 4-hour uptrend. At this point, this is a very unimpressive bounce. So we're saying, okay, we're bouncing. We're looking for a lower high to form. That's the most likely scenario. And then the bulls hold on and see continuation on increasing bull volume. Now, they still haven't broken our resistance, and they could still easily remain in this tightening pattern into tomorrow. It's essentially inside bars on the daily time frame, and it might not be exactly because we did break to a higher high. But also keep in mind that the candlestick just rolled over on the daily time frame when that break occurred. So if we were to pull back from here, we'd have a nice equilibrium pattern. It's not exactly an equilibrium because there are some little higher lows in here. And this is an example where, us as human analysts make a little bit of adjustments in how we're viewing this. So for me personally, I would want to say, okay, well, I know that if I were to look at this on the 6-hour time frame, it'd be a bit smoother. We wouldn't have these little higher lows. I'm not going to say that this is a 4-hour trend change here. I'm going to say that the bulls held support and they're seeing the 4-hour bounce heading back up towards resistance. The fact that Ethereum broke to higher highs increases the odds that all individual names will break to higher highs as well. But as we know, we have to be watching Bitcoin to see what it's doing because the correlations are still strong overall. So Ethereum with the significant move to the upside, again, inside bar in this instance, obviously getting a lot of follow through. So those longer term timeframes, the 4-hour and the daily inside bar, something to be keeping an eye on overall. And we started with a weak bounce here, the first few 4-hour candlesticks, and then the bulls really turned it on with very significant volume and follow through. And even from the bull break, if that was your signal at 120, we're still talking a significant move up to almost 132, a 10% move on that break. And that happened very quickly in the span of about 3-4 hours. So again, great opportunity. I was not a part of it, but that has me looking forward to the next few days, and might see a lot of families during the holidays with their patience tested as you all are checking your phones and jumping on the computer. So we'll see if this action picks up. It will certainly make for an interesting next couple of days if we do get Bitcoin continuation. And then Ethereum, the next resistance level, if we zoom out, 126.46 we broke. That's a significant break. 138.48. Look at the lack of resistance after 138.48. So this is a very notable hold of daily exponential moving averages. And again, look at the cross that's going to occur at this point. We know that's going to occur, just a matter of when. It could be a day or two, but that's the first time it's crossed since the drop from 222. So there's no doubt that the daily bounce is very significant at this point. The more follow through that we get, again, we zoom out to the weekly, we're still definitely looking for a weekly lower high compared to 222.78. But the more follow through we get, the more likely that we're going to be able to maintain support to start 2019 and try and form that higher low. It's absolutely possible that it's just lower highs and then continuation down. But again, like I said, the more follow through we get, the more likely we can hold support on the pullback from this move. But the bulls are not done at this point. Checking it on Litecoin. So Litecoin slowed down a little bit. Like I said, it was the strongest name on the way up. It slowed down, and Bitcoin and Ethereum caught up a little bit. But now Ethereum is the star temporarily. So the inside bar bull break on the daily time frame here. Again, the candlesticks rolled over in the middle of this bull move, but we're testing resistance of 33.20, or heading to that. And if it breaks the next resistance level for Litecoin, fairly limited as well, 36, and then space to work with. For Bitcoin, let's just check its resistance. 4,415 is the most important resistance level if we do get continuation. on this move. Everybody's got exponential moving averages coming through, so it's looking good all around. The 4-hour time frames, these higher lows, of course, are going to be our key support. So 29.62 on Litecoin. Ethereum has not consolidated in the recent past, so any consolidation, we're just going to look for an hourly higher low, grinding the hourly exponential moving averages very nicely. So seeing a lot of the short-term signs exactly as the bulls want to see them. XRP held the backtest of the daily exponential support and is trying to see continuation as well. The 4-hour time frame is a more drawn out and extended pattern. It's almost as if, Bitcoin looks like we're in this stage right here where we had the high, the low, and then we're coming up to test resistance. And here's Bitcoin doing that right now. But we can see Ripple already pulled back and then held support and has been tightening for almost an extra day here. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have a double bottom at 353 and 355. That's the most important support level, and resistance 401 and 406 as we continue to tighten here. So worth watching Ripple for when this pattern does break. The move will likely see some solid follow through. The tighter it gets, the more likely that follow through is going to get going. So that's where we stand going forward. For me personally, again, I'm going to be on the road for the next 2 days, probably driving 5 or 6 hours a day. So I'm not going to be, trying to kill myself here, getting into any trades. But if I were at my battle station and very comfortable, I would be keeping an eye on whether maybe Litecoin is going to get, well, here goes Litecoin for that resistance right now, but maybe it's going to get another leg up now while Ethereum slows down a little bit. So I wouldn't want to be entering Ethereum at this point, obviously too extended, but I'm certainly watching Litecoin and Bitcoin as they head towards their key resistances and try and see that bull break for continuation on the daily time frame. If I were looking short, the only thing that I would be doing is top fishing and looking for a rejection from resistance, knowing that it's pretty good odds that I would get stopped out, but not significant risk in terms of how much it would take to get stopped out. So let's say I were to short at 32.75, exit at 33.30, a little bit over resistance. I'm risking less than $1. And if we were to get the pullback, that's a $2-3 follow through move. So potential for a 2 to 3 risk to reward, or I should say reward to risk ratio. Let's see how that plays out. So hope you're well. Hope you do good things. Hope you have good, happy holidays. Don't stare at your phone at the dinner table. And no video here at the end to keep it nice and sweet and short. And we'll see you tomorrow.